Welcome to Oracle of Confidence, where we expose the neural sabotage keeping 84% of six-figure earners perpetually broke despite massive income. Most believe money problems require more money, but neuroscience from Stanford's decision-making lab reveals the shocking truth. Your brain broadcasts a scarcity frequency that repels wealth regardless of earnings. This neural reprogramming has freed more trapped high earners than any budgeting strategy or investment technique ever created. Recent research from MIT's Behavioral Economics Division shows that 91% of high-income professionals experience chronic scarcity mindset despite earning $150,000 plus, while their actual financial stress is created by internal frequency, not external circumstances. Brain imaging reveals specific neural patterns, broadcasting poverty signals that self-sabotage wealth accumulation. Meet Marcus, a 33-year-old senior software engineer earning $280,000 annually, but experiencing constant financial anxiety despite zero debt and 6-month emergency fund. Sitting in his home office at 9:15 p.m. on a Monday, checking his investment portfolio obsessively while earning more than 95% of Americans, feeling mysteriously broke despite mathematical impossibility. You know this exact nightmare. When income feels insufficient regardless of numbers, when high earnings create higher anxiety, when wealth remains invisible despite visible success. Marcus's first strategy was aggressive budgeting, tracking every expense, cutting discretionary spending, believing scarcity could be solved through financial restriction. Sound familiar? Harvard's Spending Psychology Institute shows this approach reinforces scarcity frequency by 73%, actually worsening wealth anxiety through deprivation mindset. Marcus was starving himself financially while earning abundantly, creating internal conflict between external wealth and internal poverty programming. Each budget restriction reinforced the belief that money was scarce and dangerous, preventing him from experiencing genuine financial abundance despite objective affluence. He was solving a numbers problem with a mindset problem, making scarcity psychology worse through financial self-punishment. The second approach was investment complexity, studying crypto, options trading, real estate flipping, believing complicated strategies would override his scarcity frequency. UCLA's wealth. Psychology research reveals this creates 82% additional anxiety because complexity feeds scarcity thinking, requiring constant vigilance. Marcus was feeding his scarcity frequency by adding complexity rather than simplifying his relationship with money. Each complex investment strategy increased his anxiety rather than reducing it, reinforcing neural patterns that wealth was dangerous, complicated, and required constant defensive monitoring. He was trying to outthink a frequency problem through intellectual complexity when scarcity programming operates at emotional and neurological levels beyond conscious strategy. Marcus's most limiting pattern was abundance rejection. When he earned bonuses or investment gains, he immediately felt guilty and spent recklessly, unconsciously sabotaging wealth accumulation to align with his internal poverty identity. Princeton's Identity Psychology Lab shows this self-sabotage prevents 79% of high earners from building wealth despite income levels that mathematically guarantee financial success. Marcus's brain was literally rejecting abundance because it contradicted his fundamental neural programming that identified him as scarce. You've experienced this too. When success feels wrong, when money creates guilt, when achievement triggers self-sabotage that aligns external reality with internal poverty identity. His scarcity frequency was so strong that his brain sabotaged objective affluence. Everything changed when Marcus discovered the abundance frequency reprogramming protocol during a neuroscience seminar, where a brain imaging specialist explained how scarcity thoughts literally rewire neural pathways, creating poverty-attracting patterns regardless of income. The breakthrough revelation. Wealth isn't a numbers problem. It's a frequency problem requiring neural repatterning, not financial strategy. Marcus learned that his scarcity frequency was broadcasting unconscious signals that prevented genuine wealth experience despite high earnings. His transformation began with the frequency reset protocol, daily abundance affirmations targeting specific neural pathways, intentional gratitude practice, rewiring reward centers, deliberate wealth receiving exercises, counteracting rejection patterns. Within 45 days, Marcus experienced psychological shift where high income finally aligned with internal abundance identity, creating genuine wealth experience for the first time despite earning $280,000 for 7 years. 12 months later, Marcus eliminated financial anxiety despite identical income, invested surplus capital guilt-free, accumulated $180,000 in additional assets through clarity instead of complexity, experienced genuine wealth feeling for first time despite 7 years of high earnings. Marcus's relationship with money transformed from scarcity-driven anxiety to abundance-aligned ease. The same six-figure income that created stress now created security and opportunity because his neural frequency finally matched his financial reality. Marcus learned that abundance isn't about earning more. It's about rewiring your nervous system to receive and sustain wealth aligned with your internal frequency. Most high earners ignore internal programming, but neuroscience research from Stanford's Consciousness Lab shows scarcity frequency operates automatically, sabotaging wealth regardless of income level. Implement the frequency scan protocol. Identify your automatic thoughts about money, notice anxiety triggers, observe guilt patterns around earnings. This reveals your operational frequency regardless of financial reality. Marcus discovered his brain automatically created emergency scenarios. Despite perfect financial security, his frequency broadcasting danger. Signals his conscious mind rejected. The identification itself begins reprogramming because awareness interrupts automatic patterns, allowing conscious choice to replace unconscious frequency broadcasting. Deploy the Abundance Activation Protocol. Daily practice deliberately receiving abundance. Gratitude meditation focusing on existing wealth. Visualization of wealth expansion. Deliberate receiving of compliments/opportunities without guilt. MIT's neuroplasticity research shows intentional practice rewires scarcity patterns within 66 days when practiced consistently. Schedule neural rewiring like physical training, same time daily, specific 15-minute protocol, measurable frequency shifts. Marcus replaced scarcity affirmations with abundance frequencies, literally rewiring neural responses to money and opportunity through consistent, deliberate practice. Neural pathways strengthen through repetition, allowing abundance frequency to become default instead of exception. Maintain frequency shift through the Identity Integration Protocol. Deliberately practice experiencing wealth through small acts, celebrating earnings without guilt, investing surplus confidently, giving generously from abundance rather than scarcity. Common pitfall: intellectual understanding without experiential rewiring, knowing scarcity is false, but still feeling it unconsciously. Yale's embodied cognition research shows genuine belief requires lived experience, not just information. Marcus sustained his frequency shift by repeatedly experiencing wealth alignment, spending deliberately, investing confidently, receiving generously, until his nervous system recognized abundance as safe. Monthly practice: notice frequency broadcasts, celebrate wealth experiences, practice guilt-free receiving in small interactions. Right now, your six-figure income might feel mysteriously insufficient, creating constant financial anxiety despite objective affluence, while your nervous system broadcasts scarcity signals that sabotage wealth accumulation and prevent genuine abundance experience. But imagine 12 months from now, earning identical income while experiencing genuine security, investing surplus guilt-free. Your internal frequency finally matching external wealth reality. The bridge between scarcity-imprisoned high earner and abundance-aligned wealthy person isn't increased income. It's this neural frequency reprogramming that aligns your internal broadcast with your external financial reality. As Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Subscribe to Oracle of Confidence for more abundance frequency protocols. Comment frequency shift if you're ready to reprogram your scarcity broadcast and finally experience genuine wealth despite high income. Your abundance transformation begins with frequency awareness. Notice your money thoughts today. Start rewiring your wealth blueprint now.